What's good everyone, it's your boy yadiiiigg 4 eyes 2 J's here, and today we're here to talk about Lil Yachty. Now a few weeks ago I made a video about Oprah's bank account, Yachty's first single back featuring Drake and Dababy potentially flopping, but I wanted to wait and see how it performed over the coming weeks. Well, now that the coming weeks have passed, I want to revisit this because I think the numbers paint the story.
I shoot that in a flash, they move to work out like a snail. I use DHL, I just can't get caught with my scale. And we gon' be straight, I promise you we good. Providing for my family, out here doing what I should. She always told me please don't ever go to Hollywood, but bitch you know that I would go and do that if I could. Little baby, what you want?
Alright, so firstly, I've done some research on the numbers behind it, and I want to break these down to you guys and then give some context to them. So on screen right now, you are looking at a chart of the Spotify streaming numbers of the song within the US every 4 days since its release. It ain't hard to see that it's been on a pretty steady decrease since its release, from peaking around 600,000 plus daily streams on the 18th of March to where it is at as of the 26th, which is the most recent data I have access to, where it just got over 300,000 plays. And that isn't the only metric we have to go off either. Looking at the Billboard charts, which takes into account radio play, every streaming service and YouTube numbers, it's the same story. Although its performance kinda picked up in week 2 and 3, after that it was pretty much downhill for the song, and now it's completely fallen off the charts in its 7th week. And those numbers really don't need too much of an unpacking. Those are both terrible signs for the song, and it really shows that the song hasn't connected and won't have longevity. And it's not even a lack of promotion for the song either. Sometimes I come to these videos and I say that the label could have done a better job or something like that, but that can't really be said here. Even aside from the obvious push that a Drake and Dababy feature gives you, we're talking playlisting on huge playlists like Rap Caviar, Today's Top Hits, etc, which all have multiple millions of listeners. Not to mention a high budget music video, the huge social media push where they invested thousands of dollars to the point where every time I went on Instagram and Facebook, I was getting ads for the song, and not to mention they somehow even got an Oprah Winfrey co-sign for the song, but still nothing worked. And it's hard to say this song is completely flopped, because if you look at the numbers, they would tell you that it's doing okay, and it has been Yachty's most commercially successful song for a while. But as I said in my last video, when you get a Drake and Dababy feature, a high budget music video, and not to mention the labels are pouring thousands of dollars into promotion and marketing to push the record, having it chart a couple weeks on the Billboard and doing a few million streams does not cut it. They were clearly banking on this record going huge and being the song of the summer. At this point, it looks unlikely that the song is going to connect. And honestly, to level out this discussion, it must be frustrating for Yachty because there were some factors outside of his control that played into this. Yachty was extremely unlucky releasing a song like this in the time that he did, with people basically never going out to see friends and not traveling or doing anything like that due to the virus. It's a very hard time for artists to push and make their songs hits because the parties, the outings, the get-togethers that play and circulate this type of music just aren't happening. On top of this, it's not like Yachty right now at least can go do the big radio promotion or TV performances to help push a song either, so that is unfortunate. And the question looms now for me, what does this mean for Lil Boat 3? The rollout of this album was clearly centered around this song being the big single to build up the buzz and anticipation for the project, but that moment has long gone. In hindsight, and of course hindsight is always 2020, if anything they should have dropped it the week or two after its release to bank on the hype from the single, but that's easy to say in hindsight. Although Yachty has been saying that the album is basically finished for a minute now, I fully expect the label to wait out at least a month or two until the virus situation smooths out before we either see them not even bother with the rollout and just drop the album, or come back with another single to try to kickstart the rollout again. But either way, unfortunately right now this single hasn't performed to its potential. I just wanted to make this video because you guys know I love breaking down these numbers and I have been tracking the performance of this record, so I just wanted to give you guys a little update. And before we finish this video guys, I want to give a couple quick shout outs from the Instagram. Shout outs to Patrick Alex and shout outs to 1300s for showing me love over on my G. If you guys haven't, make sure to follow your boy on the gram and go show me some love at yadiiiigg. You guys know what to do. Also make sure that like button, subscribe as well, turn on notifications, all that good YouTube stuff. Also a reminder about my SoundCloud, we have Cardi, we have D Savage, and we have Uzi playlists over there right now. Link in the description, go follow and check those playlists out. And there are more videos of mine on screen right now. Make sure to check them out if you haven't.